Welcome to the shop. I'm Jared and this is Wrench Every Day, and next to me is our amazing Project Roadblock that started off as a movie car, became a tree crushed vehicle. It's now a ute, and we just finished up at Roadkill Nights, where on the Tavarish channel we Hellcat swapped this with a direct connection Hellcrate 807 horsepower supercharged 6.2 liter V8 and put a 6-speed manual transmission behind it. And well, why are we still here? That's because we were trying to arrange it before the event, couldn't quite make it happen, but Roadblock is getting some more upgrades. He's got the colors that kind of make him look like a cop car, but we're missing, well, the lights. We have the blinky lights that Dodge comes with from the factory, but there's a lot more to it. There's light bars, everything that makes the recipe for a felony. Make sure they're clear and never use them on a street. That's a bad idea. So we actually traveled from Pontiac, Michigan up to Traverse City here in the northern part. It's actually really beautiful here. I kind of like it. And we are here at Tellerad, where my friend Jeff reached out and said, hey, we've got all the right movie accurate parts because, well, we actually planned it before the tree fell on it, but we're still doing it. So we've got light bars, we've got lights, we've got radios, and all kinds of really exciting things that we're going to get to install today to make this thing even just more bonkers and impractical and wonderful. So we are going to go ahead and grab the camera. We're going to go inside, take a look at a few of the cars and projects that they also work on, and see what we get to install and then get to work. All right, so we've got Roadblock, and to help install all the parts and secure it, we've got my friend Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hey.
So this is your vehicle. You sent me this picture when you first reached out. She's like, no, I really am. You know, I know what I'm doing.
I've been doing it for a little while, no doubt.
Yeah, what did you have, 30 years?
30 years of doing that.
Of doing police lights, right? Wow. So you've got all the experience.
And a lot of different things, too.
Right.
So it's been a lot of fun over the years playing with this stuff.
But as we look at this, obviously none of this says police. There's lots of fun references. But what keeps this from being a felony?
Well, the easy part on this is the fact that it doesn't say police. You don't run the lights when you're going down the road. You know, you got to be very cautious about what your state actually requires. There are some states that require a cover over the light bar. Texas, I actually have to have demo vehicle on the back of the vehicle to be able to have the siren speakers in visible order.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different things. The best thing I would tell is make sure you go to your local state and talk to your local law enforcement officers if you have questions. But
anywhere you're going to drive, like I know I will never be able to drive Roadblock in California because their impersonation statute is you can't have a black vehicle with a white roof or white doors. It doesn't need a light, doesn't need a sticker on it. If it's black and white doors and white roof.
You may want to check because there's some of them that will allow you to do it if you have it as a demo vehicle or a promotional vehicle.
So it has to be marked movie car in transit. That is the only exception.
There you go. Put a magnet on the back.
But as we go around, so this is one of the new modern light bars. Yep. It's all clear lens. So the other big thing we talked about is you cannot see blue or red lenses.
Blue and red lenses are really on the edge of being able to be impersonation. There are some places that will allow it. Michigan, you can actually have red and blue lenses as long as you are not using them going down the road.
Right.
So a lot of times, like this car here, I've got a kill switch in the trunk, so there's no chance of from the passenger seat or driver's seat it can be turned on.
Right, and that's the same thing we're going to do in Roadblock, except it's going to be under a bolt-down panel, so I really can't turn it on. The main thing is, if you want to do this, and it's kind of fun, I will warn you on 2-lane roads, you're always going to get stuck in traffic because someone's going to be panicked.
Very slow. Everybody sees it. It's like, okay, you're guaranteed to be speed limit or under.
Right. So if you want to do this, try to do it as safe as possible, as smart as possible, and as educated as possible because it is kind of cool. It's a lot of fun to have lights, and with all the modern LED technology, unless you're really doing a retro build, you don't need the lenses because the LEDs will flash pretty much any color.
Yep.
So don't be Jeremy DeWitt. So this is absolutely amazing. And as you look over here, you see a lot of nice, beautiful new Chargers. We've got some of the Explorers. So you can tell this is a real company. It's not going to be any more, like, I can't be more authentic than coming here to Telerad. Like this, that's what you guys do. So let's take a look at some of the lights that we are gonna get installed. And other than just outfitting police cars with radios, what else is some of the things that Telerad does?
Well, Tavarish has actually been a company that's been around for many years, and we do a lot of Motorola communications. We build 911 centers and maintain them. We work with a lot of the fire departments and EMS. We do tracking systems. MDOT, we do the tracking systems on the plow trucks. So when it comes to the low voltage stuff, we really master a lot of it.
So there's all kinds. I like lots of wiring. It looks like they've got the good stuff because you need to wire well. So we've got a couple. Oh, that's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
You weren't kidding.
I brought in a nice selection of stuff so we can really get a choose for what we're going to do with roadblocks. We'll get a game plan together and see about getting things set up.
So we've got we've got a light bar. We've got the side. So this is going to have fronts, side lights, takedowns. Is it going to have the just the big spot too, the big white lights, or is it just?
It actually has. This is all blue lights.
Okay.
I actually took the time to convert it all to blue. It does have the takedowns in the alleys, which will do your whites, and so it's going to be really obnoxious.
That's perfect.
All the side lights and other lights we've got, whether it be for the push bumper or if you decide to put something underneath. We even have license plate lights.
Look at this. We're going to live in luxury.
Yes, you got a cup holder. You know how many people want cup holders?
I imagine a lot, and it's funny how many of the cop cars, they don't bother to put cup holders in them.
Nope. It's a highly sought after thing. Everybody wants a cup holder. So
I can kind of imagine why the city wouldn't outfit their cars. They don't want the cops spilling the drink.
Well, a lot of them figure out a way to do it anyways.
So what is the range on that radio?
Well, that is actually programmed for your FRS and GMRS frequencies, which I talked to you earlier about doing. You're probably 2-3 miles, pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty standard with handhelds. So the big thing we did with that is it's not like a police scanner or anything along that lines. Right. That is for when I'm on the rallies and drives that I like to do with it. It's just built into the car that I'll be able to talk to everyone.
You don't have to have the handheld. You don't have to worry about the batteries dying up. So yeah, it'll be set and ready to go. I
see some sirens. I see. Now this is thing told you already. I already have that. That is the really cool light that I showed you. That the dome light normally will be white, and then at nighttime they flip it to red because red actually does not affect your nighttime vision as much as the other colors. So that's, and then there's our siren
control and light control. Now those are more of a retrofit for your car versus some of the newer stuff that's out there, but it's going to keep it nice and simple
and that's the key.
Obnoxious.
So, well, I am going to go ahead and get a car and get it pulled in here so we can start, because you said this is normally like 17 to 20 hours of work.
Yes.
And we have 7?
Maybe.
So we'll see how we could do.
So we're going to have some fun.
And we keep making progress, and you can't see it because that was kind of on purpose. Hiding the lights behind the windshield or the glass here. When they turn on, though, they're quite bright. So we are into wiring phase. Everything is mechanically mounted that needs to be, so it's just connecting everything. We were going to do those license plate lights, but there was just... I didn't like any way it was going to mount onto the roll pan. It just kind of looked, like literally a stuck-on, tacked-on thing. So we found those brackets fit absolutely perfect on the old spare tire well. So now we've got those down next to the exhaust tips, which, you know, when we're doing burnouts, which we'll probably be doing, the exhaust, those lights are going to make it look insane. We've got them pulled up and tied in. We're tying to the front, and we're getting ready to start testing and syncing, correct?
Yes, sir.
And there's a process of setting up how they will flash, whether or not you want them to flash together, finding out if they're capable of flashing together or out of sync, and oh, there we go. Nice little slow white and blue flash going. Oh, and we got those up top going too. Don't turn it on the street.
Correct.
That's a felony. Show use only. Next thing I am going to do is start linking all of these lights together. We've got these 5 lights in the front where they will all tie into one, and we send one signal back. We have the siren back off just for right now for access to the lights, but we have those side mounted lights. We have 3 on the top with the out ones at slight angles to kind of cast their light at a slight diagonal. So again, this will be easier because we have the twisted pairs ready to go, and we have a new console in there. Initially, Jeff was really excited that I had a console. They're not easy to come by, and it was too small. All of the accessories were too deep, and it couldn't fit in any configuration, so it had to go. We had to modify this one a little bit for the shifter. Again, turns out cop cars, Chargers, they don't come with manuals. They don't design them that way.
No, most of your law enforcement officers have too much to do already, let alone shifting. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we got that changed out, modified, a nice layout with 2 cup holders. We're moving up in the world, and wires are starting to pull into there. We've got sealant, sealing. I'm just really excited about all the progress happening pretty quickly. It turns out 2 people can knock the job out a little bit faster if one of those people are just doing the really boring, not intelligent tasks, while the other guy is doing the wiring and hard stuff. So we went to enjoy some pizza, and we locked ourselves out, so we had to wait for Jeff's boss to come in and let us back in. But we are now in the testing phase of wiring, which is really... Maybe we should change his name to Felony? Her name to Felony? Because I can never turn those on the street. So we've got the rear flashers working. I wanted the alternating blue and white, so we worked through the sequence to get that going down there. The factory flashers are working. We got our window flashers working. Can you slam those rear bars on again? Not quite yet.
I can do better than that. I can have the whole thing working in a matter of 1 wire.
Oh, there we go. So there's a bundle of 100 trillion wires. It's like, which one does this do? Okay, cool. Because they don't give very good accurate instructions on it, but... So we've got the back working. The alleys have come on. Up front. Oh, he doesn't have the front factory flashers on, but I've got all of those lights working and doing their thing. Unfortunately, we had a blue and white, blue, white, and red, or 2 blues. So we're running just blues up front, and I've got them going so I can clean up that harness, fully integrate it, mount the siren, and Oh man, this is fun. It is. This car is the most. Is it as stupid and impractical as you expected it to be when I pulled up?
It surpassed everything I ever imagined. This has been a blast. This really has.
So we took an already ridiculous vehicle that at least had some use and made it even more ridiculous. Maybe we should insert some Eiffel 65. I'm blue.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, if you like country music, a little 5150 Dirk Bentley's.
Yeah, that could go too. Those are all very expensive music licenses, so we won't actually do that. But I'm excited as this is coming together. All right, and it is finished with Vorcha parked next to it, and oh man, what is fantastic is everyone's slowing down suddenly when they see blue lights. We just had to get it outside. Do not turn these on the street. That's a felony. That's bad, but that's amazing. Jeff, again, thank you so much for taking the time. He reached out. He said, hey, you need a Liberty light bar because that's movie accurate. Doesn't matter anymore because that's not very movie accurate.
No, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it's an amazing car. Tellerad being very excited to jump on board and kind of help put all the pieces together to just make a very absurd vehicle even more absurd. Again, we've got our alternating lower flashers going that actually look really cool on the exhaust. Kind of want to do a burnout, see how they work. You know, is lighting up the smoke. Did you get that approved?
No, I did not.
Okay, we better not do that then. We got the window lights. We've got that top bar with alleys. We've got front and rear takedowns. And we wired it up with a couple extra switches. So when it's in truck mode, I can actually turn on just the alley lights and the floodlights front and back. So when I need to load my truck bed at night, I've got a cargo light. And we'll come up front. Finally got all of our lights happy and working up here. A very, very loud siren. We'll hit that from inside in just a second. But what's funny is this view, other than the hole in the hood, it's just a cop car.
Right.
And then you just kind of come around, you're like, wait a second. This car just keeps getting even more crazy. So inside is where we have the new console with all of the controls. We have our siren control. We have the new console. I've got a couple panels that I can cut to fit this and give us a nice little spot. We just basically are out of time. We did 2 to 3 days worth of work in just over half a day. So that's pretty good. This is a GSM radio for talking on the rallies. I've got a PA. I've got that radio. We've got all of our light controls here. Flip them on and off as we please. And then, of course, the echo.
That's crazy.
And then we can just come over here. Oh. I'm glad that switch is not easy to get to, because I would get in trouble. Make questionable choices. Playing with this on the street is just a dumb one.
That's a very bad choice. Very bad choice.
Oh man, this is fantastic again. I'm excited. It's just a very silly thing to keep doing, but it makes the Pursuit Ute even more of a reality, which is fantastic. So I hope you guys enjoyed kind of this just real fun episode where we got to transform cosmetically our cop car, movie car, Ute, Roadkill Knights, Warrior. Insane vehicle. It's just a ton of fun. I can't wait to get it out to a couple other events where we'll be able to play with the lights, maybe make a bunch of tire smoke, and just keep using this thing because it's fun. There's something amazing about these 6.2 liter supercharged engines that just make you laugh and giggle and have a ton of fun. No one should own one. That's so much power that you should definitely buy one. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching as we do these fun, crazy adventures. Again, thank you very much to the Telluride guys. If you're throughout Michigan, needing any security vehicles, fleet vehicle services, any type of this or more practical installations, they're able to help you out. Jeff, a viewer who reached out to kind of help out and put all these pieces together, thank you to him as well. But yeah, we're done now. We're going to wrap up. So I'm Jared, reminding you to always make questionable choices and never turn your felony lights on the street. That's bad. We'll see you.